Welcome. Welcome to the So We're Here Now What podcast. Finding the answers to the issues of the day and getting to the root of the problem. Yeah. I like that enthusiasm. You betcha. You bet. Today, we're flying solo, and it is okay. I have something to talk about to you. Just what has been happening today is only taken me like perhaps 2 hours to get to this point to produce this podcast. And, well, I tell you what, that is what I wanted to talk about the issues that happen in life, the dilemmas that come every day. You have to make decisions. No matter what, even if you just sit down, you have to make decisions. But how you make decisions? How are you going to make your decisions, right? Well, today, I had to come to that conclusion on how I was going to make decisions. I wanted to start this podcast, and yet I wanted to go run. And I thought, well, I'm going to go run. And then I come back and chill out and put something out. Well, it so happened that I've been on conference all day since early this morning, about 6 in the morning. And my phone ran out of batteries. So there, I am ready. I'm all dressed up, ready to go for a run. And guess what? You guessed right. I didn't have battery. I couldn't go because I was going to run out of battery anyway. So I decided, okay, I am going to set everything up for this podcast. And so I went ahead and moved things around. Today I want to talk about running. So I got this wall behind me. This is a place where I hang some of my aprons and hang my medals, my wife's as well. I don't have many medals at all because the medals that I have had, pretty much I have given them away. My wife and I have run for the Leukemia Lymphoma Society, and every time we had, we call them heroes, we used to just run and raise support for this dear people. But what I did, I used to give my medals to these heroes or to some of the families. And so I ended up with hardly having any of my medals. I have a couple. That's about it. But it's no big deal. Anyway, so today I had to make this decision of what to do. And the issue was, okay, I've been trying to get together all the information about YouTube and the podcast and what do you need, all the knowledge that you need, and how to put a successful podcast. And so I've been learning for a few months. And of course, as I've been saying before, I've been sitting around a lot, and I kind of put off all my running and exercising, so I can feel it in my body, my knees, my back, etc. I've been sitting on the couch, just changing the channels, finding different information from YouTube about the best podcasts and the best way to do your thumbnails and how much you have to produce a day, every week, every month to be successful, how many hours, yada, 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 yada. Well, okay, I understand. I've been a businessman before, but this is not so much of a business. This is pretty much what I like to share with people. And it's going to be up to you if you want to click like and share it and, subscribe and send it out to your friends and give me your comments. That would be great. So between YouTube and for better or for worse, till death do us part with YouTube and success or no success, etc. Hey, I have to say one thing. Let me tell you that nobody's going to do it for you. You have to do the work. You have to do your own push-ups. You have to find the information. You have to put it to practice. You have to make the mistakes. You have to correct it, on and on and on. Well, so we're here. Now what? The issue was this morning, do I go run or do I do an episode and podcasting? Well, I already told you the story. But and then in all of this, I haven't used this mics right here. And I haven't used this. I used it maybe once in an interview. I'm pretty new at it. So I have my other mics, and I had to kind of get it all reset with the camera and all. And then I thought, well, now the light and, a computer, etc., etc., etc. So we're here. Now what? Again, nobody's going to do your push-ups. You're going to have to do it. And so here in a little while, I am going to go and do a little run. When my wife comes from work, we're going to go. And so I had to make some decisions. And just like you're going to have to make some decisions. And put it aside the YouTube stuff and yada, yada with that. But it's also the issue about your health. And no matter how old you are, I've said before, if you have seen some of my podcasts, I'm 71, I'm a runner, and I know what it's all about training and being in shape and how many miles, what are you running, a half, a 5K, a marathon, a 10K, whatever. I've been trying to get it together, and if you have some ideas, let me know. I'm going to try it out 50K, 32 miles, I guess. And this is going to be such a new, different thing for the research that I have done. It's not the same thing about doing 50K, trail running, wherever I go. This trail running is going to be different than running on the road, even doing a marathon. Different techniques, different shoes, different fuel. All of that is different. Even putting a team together to help you out, pacers, yada, yada, and lights, and all of this is no that. So, and then I decided I'm going to do this podcast thing. So last year in May, I ran the Lincoln, Nebraska Marathon, and, it was my 10-year anniversary in running. So I was 70 last year. It was my 10 years. I started running when I was 60. Like I said, I started running because my mother-in-law had developed these issues with leukemia. So my wife and I decided to do some running to raise support and awareness about leukemia. So we enrolled. My wife is the one that started running, and she started doing a 5K, 10K, and then a half. And then one day, I decided I need to start running, and wanted to start running with her. I wanted to start running with her. And I remember one day she went out for a run for her training, and I haven't been doing any running at all. Just hanging out. I'm an artist, so I've been painting. And so I decided, I go with you. I thought, what can it be? No big deal. So I went with her in about half a mile in our neighborhood, about half a mile. I thought I was having a heart attack. It was just so tough. And she was just going. I said, hey, listen, I'm going to let you be. I don't want to die of a heart attack. I'm going to go home. I walked home. I only ran not even a half a mile. I was dying. And I decided I cannot do this. I need to get it together. So begin to training. And my wife and I went to San Diego, and I did my first half and then she came and also did it with me. And when we got done, because by that time we had coaches that were giving us training and whatnot, I said to her, hey, listen, why don't we do the full marathon in Nebraska? And she didn't want to do it. So I said, let's do it for a good cause. Let's raise awareness. Let's do it for your mom. And she accepted it. So we did our first marathon in Omaha, Nebraska, and it was rough. It was tough. It took us almost 6 hours, and we were in pain. It was just really rough, but we got it done. Well, I continued after that. She kind of decided that was it for me now, and I decided, I have done this training, might as well take advantage of it. So I decided to enroll myself for the marathon in Lincoln, Nebraska, and I went solo. So I did it, and I did pretty good. I did it like in 4:48 hours, hours, no 4:48 mile, but 4 hours and 48 minutes. And I gained about an hour because we had run the Omaha one in about 5 hours and 58 minutes or something like that. So I did pretty darn good. I was feeling good. From then on, we did a half or two, and I put it off then. And then I decided to make an awareness, to try to bring an awareness to people, and I started this ministry that is called the Soul Winning Marathon. So what I do, I put teams together, and then I invite them to come and run with me, and we represent our Lord, Jesus Christ, and we go out in our T-shirts, and whoever wants to join me, go with me. We do whatever, a half or a marathon, or we have done some relays. So we did it. We have been doing it since 2021. It was that inauguration to the Soul Winning Marathon, and since then we've been putting some things together. And like I said, last year it was my 10th year anniversary. So I thought, well, how am I going to celebrate this anniversary? And I thought, well, why don't I do the full marathon in Lincoln? Whoa, Nelly. Let me go back a little bit, because in 2021, when we started the inauguration of this ministry, we had a few people that wanted to participate, and at the end, it was only two of us, a good friend, a good brother in Christ. He ran with me. He is pretty young, 38 years old, and he has run different marathons, and we went for it. And let me tell you, I thought, well, I have never run and kept my medals, so this time I'm going to do this one for me, and I want to give it to God, and so we went for it. I've been training for about a year and a half. I mean, I was pumped up. I was ready to go, tried to follow the rules, etc., nutrition, hydration, technique, tennis shoes, yachts. I thought, well, I'm going for it. And we went for it. After a few guys that dropped, we went for it. It was very hot that day. Like I said, I've been training for about a year and a half. I thought I was ready to go. A few little things here and there, but I thought I'm ready to go. So there it comes, May 5th, I think, Cinco de Mayo. It comes, and we're ready to go. We go. It was kind of warm that day, and we went for it. And so we take off. He is younger, so he takes off. And I'm thinking, well, hasta la bye-bye, baby. I catch up with you later on. But it so happened that around mile 8, I heard later on that he began to have issues, problems, pains. And it so happened that it happened to me as well. Around mile 8, I began to have some problems with my legs, my back. And so there is a cutoff that you can finish a half, or you can continue going to do the full marathon. And it usually ends at the Memorial Stadium, the football stadium. And so you can enter there to finish the half, or you can go around for another 13.1 and come back and finish it. So as he was going, he thought, I'm going to quit and just do a half. But he kept on running. When I got myself, the same thing happened to me. I keep on seeing, I can turn in here and finish it off. We both thought about asking somebody to come and get us and not even finish. But we continued going. We went the extra. All of a sudden, we are past the half. And then, as I am going, I'm catching up with him. Unbelievable. But, I'm having a hard time. He's having a hard time. He keeps on going. And, out of 4,000 or some marathon runners that year, I was one of the last 7. So I finished, and there were 6 more people behind me that finished after me. Let me tell you, it was painful. And but I thought I'm gonna finish this. I mean, I did all I had to do. I prayed, I stretched, and all. It was awfully painful. And so we finished. He finished at 6 hours and 2 minutes. I finished. Remember what I said? I was at 4:48. I finished mine at 6:24. When I was running, they were thinking things apart and whatnot. And we finished it. I was totally in pain. I thought, I don't know if I were going to run again, but I did. So I had to make decisions, right? So I did. I still like running. And so then last year, I celebrated my 10-year anniversary, ran the marathon. And I did fairly good. I just finished. It was under 6 hours anyway. My friend also ran with me. Praise God for that, for the encouragement. And 2 other runners for our team ran a half. We have done some of the runs, kind of a smaller runs, 5, 10Ks, etc. And then I decided that I want to do something, what is going to be the next thing. And that would be to do a 50K. So that's what I've been trying to figure out, my training. Yet in all of this, I decided to start a podcast, which has been taking me, 4-5 months, putting everything together, getting the equipment, learning, etc. It has not been easy. Technology and I, it's a bittersweet kind of a thing. But we're moving along. Anyway, I'm trying to see if we can do a 50K. I started to do a little running. And start cranking it up, probably do a little hiking, and then find a race. Perhaps some of you might want to let me know. If you know of a race, let me know in your comments. Remember to click like and share and subscribe. But your comments are very important to me. And maybe we can make decisions and what race I take, and then the training. It's a different ball game, but we are going to do it. Today, again, it was about the issue of making decisions. And today I made a decision to podcast, go for a run. It was going to rain, but yet again, my phone ran out of battery. But hey, we made the decision. I'm here sharing with you. Remember, podcasting is not that easy. It's not like it's not just like everybody telling you, oh, you're going to be making a lot of money and you're going to be rich and famous and yada, yada. Yeah, you can do it, but you have to work hard at it. You have to work hard, understand the whole thing. And I will continue. At this point, my purpose is to be able to share with you some of the issues being older, some of the issues about older people, staying healthy, doing exercise, doing it carefully. And so in the next episodes that I'm going to do about running, I'm going to share more about my training, about how I take care of myself. But this is just, again, another podcast that will just bring out the issues of how to make decisions. Simple decisions or hard decisions. But nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody's going to do it for me. I have to do it for me. I have to do it for me. And so, hey, I hope that you like this podcast. I hope I see you again soon on the next episode. In the meantime, God bless you, and hopefully we'll see you on the next one. I will see you on the next one on the Soul Winning Marathon, and perhaps on the So We're Here Now What podcast, seeking answers for the issues of the day and getting to the root of the problem. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next one.